Now, I've already unboxed this once, so bear with me because I ran into some technical issues, and so I'm doing this over. So you might know that I've been recording with the Razer Siren USB microphone, and that's been my main microphone for a while. Before that, I was recording with the Tascam DR07 MK2. The Siren actually replaced my Tascam because the audio quality was just so much better, and all the stuff that I was recording outside of this room required a high-quality condenser mic and not just a recorder. But my needs for a field recorder have not fully been met, especially because I still do need to drag a laptop around with me with the Razer Siren wherever I go. It cannot be powered with an iPad, it cannot be powered with your iPhone because there just isn't enough amperage coming out of the device. So I've been using the DR07 a little bit more, but I wanted something that was built slightly better, and I wanted something that had XLR inputs. Now, since the Tascam has treated me so well over the years, I was looking at Tascam DR100, I believe that's what it's called. But I saw the Zoom H4n for a fantastic price on Amazon, the 2015 model, so I had to jump on it immediately. In fact, I wasn't even going to get a field recorder just yet. I was going to wait, but because the price was just so good on this, and I was already in the market, I decided to buy one. Now, you also might be asking, why didn't I go for the H5 or the H6, which they have the interchangeable heads? I don't really need more than just the built-in microphone. If I do need anything else, they're going to be external microphones that are all XLR powered, and I'm going to be getting them from different brands, not just from Zoom. I could buy a shotgun microphone that I like from Sennheiser, and I can use my condenser microphone for my major applications, and then the built-in microphone that's actually in here for everything that I'm doing, like what I'm doing right here, but when I'm not in my room. So the H4n was perfect for me. Now let's get to unboxing it. I'm going to make it look like this the first time I did it, but oh my god, a Zoom H4n. So, it comes in a plastic case. Now this is one of, it's kind of like a pencil box type case. I would carry this in the case even when I put it in a bag so that it doesn't get scratched or that none of these buttons or anything get pushed and so it doesn't get turned on or anything like that. I think the fact that it even comes with a case is great, and you are going to be traveling with this. Now I'm going to be talking a little bit later on about using this as an audio interface in your room when you're recording instruments, but mostly you are going to be traveling with something like this. So we've got the Zoom H4n, and just as a size comparison, we've got the DR07 right next to it. H4n, slightly built a little bit better, of course, has a lot more features on it, and the main one being the XLR inputs that it has, which the DR07 does not have. The DR07, though, does have a feature that the Zoom doesn't have, and that is the fact that it can go into a Y pattern like this, as well as the inner pattern, while these will only turn 180. Of course, that does do what this is doing when you're flipping them out. That's essentially, if that's going to be a drawback for you, then that's what this can do. The H4n does come with batteries. I'm going to be using this with rechargeable batteries because with something like this, you're going to be burning through batteries a lot. But the fact that it comes with AA's is fantastic because right out the box, you can get started. As far as the paperwork that goes along with it, the most important document that it comes with is the warranty. I always urge people to fill this out before they even use the device and get it registered. That way, if anything goes wrong with it, anything happens from that moment on, you are at least protected for however long these registrations last. This one is a 1-year warranty. Comes with a nice, thick instruction manual that I'm going to have to make myself read because this is extremely feature heavy and I'd like to get the most out of it, so I'm going to have to read exactly what they have to say about it. Some disposable information, other warranty stuff that tells you that there are some compatible SD cards. Just don't exceed 32 gigs. It can read up to 32 gigs on an SD card. So if you have a 64 gig, it probably won't work on this one. It gives you a little website to go to so that you can see exactly what SD cards are compatible. Now this is really cool. It gives you a list of all the firmware updates it's had so far, and then it gives you what the current firmware is. Mine is 1.72. It also tells me that at version 1.60, they were able to have an internal 35-second recording memory. So meaning if you don't have an SD card on you, or if you lost it, you can get an emergency 35 seconds of recording built in, and then you can later transfer that onto an SD card. Then there's also a quick startup guide, and then it also gives you a startup guide with Cubase, the software that this comes with, specifically how to get Cubase to recognize the Zoom H4n as an audio interface. And it also comes with Wavelab LE and Cubase LE. So it comes with software that you can not only make music with, but software that you can edit and master music with. So that's actually kind of cool. LE meaning it's not going to be like the full featured version of it, but you will be able to do those basic things on both the software. And that actually is what brings me to the question that I had about this device myself, and the question that a few people have asked me about field recorders like this. Can you use this like an audio interface? Meaning, can you use this in lieu of Scarlett or a Focusrite 2i2 or anything like that? And the short answer is yes. Yes, you can do that. You can run the USB into the computer, and I believe that'll also power the device, so you don't have to have batteries inside of it. And then you can plug in both XLRs and 1/4-inch jacks, so even instruments, and then you can get your DAW to recognize it, as well as pulling this whole thing out, using it as a field recorder on the road. You don't want to use this as an interface for instruments when you're just traveling, because all it'll do is record the pickup by itself. So it's just going to be a very thin sounding bass or guitar. If you want to record, you're usually going to want to plug in and hear yourself on some monitors to see what kind of sound you're getting. So if it were between this field recorder and an actual dedicated interface that is USB powered, that is for a computer, I would actually go for the dedicated audio interface, because the features will be better optimized for recording setting in a studio rather than something like this, which is better optimized for going out and recording with the built-in mics or getting other microphones and running this into it. This is more a microphone first and instruments secondary kind of thing, meaning if you have XLR mics that you record to, then this is going to be fantastic for you because it's got the XLRs in there, and of course the built-in microphones. I'm going to be doing a video on mixing and that kind of stuff using just this, so I'm going to be recording guitars and bass and even drums using just the microphones that are on here, and then I'm going to mix them all together to see exactly what kind of song you can get using just this as a recorder. But if you were to ask me, I would definitely go for something like a Focusrite 2i2 if you're looking for just an audio interface, because you'd be paying a little bit more for things that you're not really going to be using on this particular device if you're going to be looking for just a home recording device. But if you've got one of these and you want to record some bass or some guitar and you want to plug it in your computer, it will definitely do that. And if you do see yourself as someone who's going to be using it for that purpose, but also going to be using it as a field recorder, then I think it's a great deal for something like that. I think that it's extremely featured heavy, and I think that you'd be able to get some decent recordings on something like this. Now, of course, that is all tied together with the fact that it does come with Cubase and it does come with waveforms, so it is ready right out of the box for you to use, as well as the batteries. So that's going to be it for the unboxing. Hopefully this time the video comes out great. If you guys have any questions about this or anything else, ask down below, ask on Twitter, ask on Facebook. Check out my FAQ Fridays, check out my Cyrus Menton channel. I promise I'm going to be doing some actual videos on this channel, not just previews and FAQ only. So stick around for that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one.